today's video with TCC Cars. Today we will be filming my friend Spencer, who we're just waiting for him to arrive. Once he does arrive, he's got a nice old school Mercedes, which is quite nice. You'll like it. It's pretty gangster. Speak of the devil, and here he is. Morning, Spencer.
Tony.
Nice to see you got it cleaned. Of course. Just for the video, obviously. Yeah.
Looks nice cleaner than dirty.
Yeah, I suppose, but I mean, you know, got to show off the bad side somehow, ain't you?
Wow.
Right, Spencer. Nice to see you got your outfit on for a Mercedes driver, you know, gangster shirt with a bit of a gut. Typical Mercedes driver. Right, so tell us a little bit about the car then.
So, the car itself is a Mercedes 1993 220CE. Now, the difference is, most one that people see of this shape, they look at it and go, it's 190E.
Okay.
But it's not. Because it's got the C in it, it's a coupe. What means that it's got no B-pillars, what makes it look fucking amazing, right? Now, this one...
Fucking amazing, he said.
Amazing. Now, it does have some alloys on, but as you will see, there is way too much arch gap. It is disgusting. Way too much.
I mean, we do keep telling him he needs to lower the car.
Mate, I already know that. Come on.
Well, you know, we keep telling you got to do it. Right.
Well, let's carry on. So, it has 150 brake horsepower out of a 2.2 petrol NA. Right? Matched to an auto box, but the auto box is a lot better for a cruiser because at least you've got another hand to drink your coffee, or, you know, back in the day, probably snort some cocaine off of the rear windows. And
not spill your coffee on yourself like I did this morning in my car.
Now, it kicks out 135 newton meters of torque. It does weigh 1.5 tonne. So she is a heavy beast.
Basically, she's about 100 foot-pound, 100 brake horsepower per tonne then, yeah?
Yeah, roughly.
So that's pretty good, that's not bad.
It's good, but it's even better because it's rear-wheel drive.
What a coincidence, we're at the back of the car obviously, rear-wheel drive, me and a Mercedes.
Mate, at the end of the day, when it comes to a cruiser, I don't think you can get any better than a Mercedes.
But there is one thing I'll just point out now, right? It's a rear-wheel drive, yeah?
Yep.
But I mean, these tyres look too brand new for that. I mean, what's going on here? Why are they brand new?
It's an automatic, what do you expect?
That's true, that's not there, that's true.
Now, because of the automatic gearbox in this, it doesn't run off of a dual clutch like most newer cars, like most people have, the DSGs. Yep. Instead, we have got a torque converter, which instead of basically having the instant power and the instant torque there, it slips it. Right?
So, unlike the DSG where you get the fart sound,
you've
just got, I believe it's a straight pipe, isn't it?
Pretty much.
Which doesn't sound too bad for a Mercedes of its age.
It's surprisingly quiet for a straight pipe.
But we'll get a video of that in a second once we actually get into the video a bit more.
Sounds
so
good.
Stay tuned and we'll get the video started and you can hear it stand up. So anything else we need to know?
That she's not particularly clean.
What year was it made? So you said there was something interesting about when it came out.
So, these cars were produced from 1984.
Yep.
Right, because there was a crossover year.
Way before I was born.
Yes. Well.
I'm old, but I'm not that old, okay?
So, they were produced from 84 to 93. Now, this is a 93, but it was registered on New Year's Eve, 1993. Now, they stopped production of this vehicle back in October 93, what means that this would have been one of the last vehicles produced and registered in the UK in this shape. Okay.
So it was a 93 car, so you're talking 30 years old, right?
30 years old this year, my friend.
And the paintwork is actually not that bad.
Well.
But, didn't it used to be a different colour?
It was originally red.
It was originally red,
yes.
But for a car that was originally red, it's actually sprayed not that bad. It's aged okay.
It's aged okay.
With a few imperfections, which we'll go through in a second.
The paintwork is 7 years old. Yeah. I mean, a lot changes in 7 years.
Yes. So, right. So, now you've told us the specs, let's have a quick look at the engine bay.
Of course.
Right. Let's have a look how much room is in this engine bay then, shall we?
Enough for a turbo, I'll let you that.
That is plenty of room, right? So, what are you planning on doing to the engine then?
So, I'm looking at keeping this engine for a while
Yep.
until something happens to it, basically, like it stops running right, or basically running it until it goes. Because then, I've done my research, I found out...
He's actually done his research.
For once. an M111, which is the same engine as this, but the newer model, of an SLK, is a 2.3 supercharged.
Okay.
Same wiring loom, same mounts, fits straight up to the gearbox. It's absolute straight swap.
Yeah, because I believe you've also got another Merc at home, haven't you?
Yes.
Which is engine swap, right?
Yes, it's on one of your previous videos.
Yeah, it is on a previous video, but we'll get more into that once he's actually back on the road, because it's currently got an issue, right?
Yeah, it's leaking a lot of oil.
Yeah, so once that's done, there'll be another video of that car, so, you know, watch out for that video. It's actually quite a cool car when it works. So, now you showed us the engine bay. Where do you want to start? The good, the bad, the ugly, the front, or the back?
Now, you're missing one of the most important bits on a Mercedes, my friend. The inside.
Well, in that case, then, might as well start from the inside. Alright, so, you want to jump in?
Come on then.
We're inside the car. It's actually quite comfy, but one thing we forgot. Tell us how you acquired the vehicle. It's actually quite an interesting story.
So, me and my stepdad, we've always been car guys since day dot, basically. And he's moving house. He owned this for 2 years, and he did have it up for sale for about 6 months. He couldn't get rid of it. No one wanted it. So he messaged me going, look, I want to give this to you because I'd rather give it to the only car guy in the family than to sell it for cheap money, basically, and not see it again.
So basically it's a hand-me-down.
Yes and no.
Yeah. Oh, one thing while I'm sat in here, actually, I've just noticed, you've got a single wiper.
I do indeed, my friend.
Bloody hell. Like, that's not bad. That's got a good single wiper, actually.
Mate, I'll show you how it works.
Yeah? Well, look, oh, look, keys on the left-hand side this time, huh?
The Germans.
Oh, the Germans. Hey, Hitler. Oh, hello. It's quite like a little bouncy thing, isn't it? Quite bouncy, though. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Funky, right?
Yeah, but you've also got 2 other features, haven't you?
I do. Now, I'll start with the easier one. Now, because it's a coupe, they're pillarless.
Right, okay, so...
When the windows go
look,
down...
the front window's going down. Right, okay.
Front window's going down, but then also, the rear window's also...
Oh, let me shut the door for this. Right, well, let's have a look. Hey, oh, look, even the... Oh, look at that.
Now, this is the other option.
Oh,
Welcome
wow.
to Jeeves.
That is proper G. That's like gangster.
And it don't just work your side, Tom.
You'll even go there.
Works my side
Oh,
as
it even
well.
works your side still. Bloody hell,
man.
30 years old and it still works.
Saying
Jesus
that,
Christ.
I can't get the seatbelt on.
Oh dear.
There we go,
Bloody
see?
hell, that's actually pretty cool. Although I have noticed you meant to have had the car clean this morning and you've still got moss down the middle here, but you know, we won't talk about that.
Well, this is the other thing. So when I picked it up, it was sat from April. Hadn't moved, hadn't started since April, right? And I only picked it up, what, a few weeks ago?
Yeah.
Not even that. So it was sat for about 6 months doing nothing.
Wow.
So I've had to try and clean it as best as I can for the time being, and it was a bloody pain in the arse.
I also noticed in the corner of my eye, you've got a nice Hot Wheel, 2 Hot Wheels cars down here.
Of course I do, come on.
Eh?
And a
got a nice
Volvo,
alright, a little Volvo P1800. You've also got a Nissan Maxima drift car, not bad. He's definitely a Max Power, a Hot Wheels collector, isn't he? I mean, I've got a few myself, but you know, yeah, we won't talk about that. Anyway, back to the car. Right. So, now we're sat here looking like gangsters, and while you got your ignition on, you know, let's do a sound check quickly, you know, with that straight pipe. So, you said there's one other feature on this car, right?
Yeah, so, because it's a coupe, obviously, it's quite a long distance to reach into the back. Now, you can have rear passengers, but what about the rear headrests? They take up a lot of space, right?
Yeah.
Now, this button here, right?
Yeah.
Bloody cool. Because what will happen is, when I press it, they flip back.
Oh, wow. Yes, then.
Funky.
That is gangster. They don't even have to get out the car. Tell us about the interior then.
So, with the cream leather interior, a lot of it was reupholstered because it has done 180,000 miles, right?
180,000 miles, eh?
And leather seats at 180,000 miles, they'll be bricked, torn, a lot, right? So they were reupholstered back in 2016 when it had its respray.
Yeah.
Because the interior was originally part black.
Okay.
Now the original dash, like this part here and all this part was black. But the previous owner re-dyed it to match the rest of the interior. material.
Is this all walnut wood or is it just plastic covered?
Unfortunately, it is just plastic.
Plastic covered and
I wish it
all
was
cracked there, yeah?
Yeah, just a little
Okay.
bit.
Right, so let's have a quick look at what's wrong with the interior then. So, your sunroofs don't work?
Yeah,
that's one.
Right.
Yeah. These seats, don't stay back, do they?
No.
Now, that is something you need to sort out. Also, you've got the seat belts, right? So you put it out, it doesn't retract, so you kind of got to help it back in.
Chief's helps give it to you, but he won't take it.
Yeah, he'll give it to you, but he won't take it. It's like a lot of car guys nowadays, isn't it? Let's have a quick look at what's wrong on the outside then. So, paintwork is mainly the only thing wrong, right? So you've got a bit of crack in here, a bit of rust spots here.
7 years hasn't done it that well.
Bit of rust around here, yeah.
Yeah, it's got some rust, it's cracking. There are some flat spots and a lot of silicon
got a bit
spots.
Of spitting and whatnot there, right?
A lot of
and then
silicon
obviously
spots,
just number plates need doing, but that's general stuff. And a little bit of there. But that's fine. But other than that, for a 30-year-old car, I mean, it's not that bad, is it? So,
mate, to be fair, 30 years old is a long time for a car.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to think of a lot of the cars that you've already had on your channel aren't this old, obviously,
no.
apart from my white Merc.
Yeah.
Now, you look at them and you think, oh, they're really nice, paintwork's really nice, you know,
yeah.
they're really fast. This has got none of that, because
yeah.
this was made back when power tools weren't really used as much because you had spanners, you had ratchets,
yeah.
and things were made properly to last.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, the car itself is actually not that bad. I mean, the front's pretty good. Most of it is just on the roof and on the back, right?
Yeah, most
So that's fine. So, tell you what we'll do now is we'll go for a quick drive.
Sounds
just,
good.
you know, get a quick video of it driving, see what it's like comfort-wise, yeah?
Of course.
Right. Let's go for a quick drive then. Let's see what this is all about, see how comfort is.
Of course.
Whoa,
First, you always want
take the e-brake off, you know, and she's down by the steering wheel.
We'll go down here quickly.
Let's go down here
nice
quickly, do a U-turn, and then go back down that way, shall we? Oh, it picks up quite well, doesn't it, for a heavy old car? It actually picks up alright, doesn't it?
Picks up well alright.
Not that bad, actually. Yeah, she picks up quite well. Let's see what the turning circle's like then. Go on. Oh look, there's a skate park there. Look, didn't realise that was there.
Never knew that.
Oh yeah. Right, anyway. Right, look at this. So she picks up she's not bad for a, you know, 1.5 ton car. She's not that bad.
No, it's not. No. But if you really want to talk about comfort, what we'll do, we'll go over the speed bump down there.
Okay,
we'll go around the corners. Right. No, I won't go slow.
Oh, that's actually not that
bit
bad.
juddery.
I mean, compared to my Saxo, I mean, my Saxo isn't actually that comfy over these speed bumps, so it's actually quite refreshing.
It is.
You know, the seats are quite nice. I mean, the only thing with the seats, obviously, is in the summer. Bloody hell, did it make your back sweat, right?
Oh, just a little bit.
You know,
just a little bit.
I don't know how you're wearing that thick denim thing in this weather, but I suppose it makes you look a little bit more gangster while driving.
I'd rather have the style than the comfort.
Yeah, I suppose.
That's the main thing about this car, right? It might not be the comfiest, but you have to sacrifice some of the comfort for the looks.
Also, another thing I noticed while we're in here, obviously it's a design feature on these Mercedes, is that the passenger wing mirror is actually shorter than the driver's side wing mirror.
It is indeed, yeah. So it was made like that for the main reason of in Germany, when it was left-hand drive, they were the same shape, and over here they went, oh, well, you don't need a bigger one on the passenger side, so we'll just make it a little bit shorter. They just decided that they didn't like us.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite a good build quality though, isn't it?
It is. Now, you've missed out one other thing about this car, right? Now, unlike a lot of cars, it's got a middle sun visor.
Do you know what? I was just looking at that and I was about to point it out, because when I had my Mark IV Golf, they had the same. So basically what it is where this mirror is, you always had this little bit here and the sun used to come through it. So what the Germans have done, you know, how the Germans, is they made a little sun visor for the middle as well. So you actually got a whole strip basically where it stops the sun. I think that's pretty good design feature on the Germans' behalf, to be fair.
It was very funky and it worked for its purpose.
Also, let's have a quick look at this though. Look at this though. It's even got a retro tape air freshener. That is pretty cool.
Well, it looks better than a lot of Yankee Candle ones, doesn't it?
The only thing that ruins this car, in my opinion, I mean, obviously we all do it now because we all like our music is it's a newer head unit in an older car, but we can live with that. It's actually, you know,
I didn't have a choice.
I can accept that. Also, some things that cars didn't have, don't have these days, do have now, is the ashtray features that they still have. Like, you know, back in the day where you're actually allowed to smoke in your car, and you know, even this hasn't got a cigarette lighter because he's got his things plugged in, but you had the cigarette port and an ashtray. I mean,
now the reason
doesn't
why
look like it's been smoked in them. But yeah, go on.
The reason why they were put in is back in the German days. It was mandatory to smoke.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I suppose. Yeah. I mean, all Germans smoked, didn't they? Let's be fair.
Come on.
I mean, you know. But yeah, it drives quite well. I mean,
it's very smooth.
I mean, cameraman, what did you think of the ride back in there?
Shaky.
Bit shaky, but quite comfortable, right?
Very sweaty.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, we have to have the windows up because, you know, sound quality for camera purposes. But I mean, you even had a cushion there for extra comfort if you wanted it. And you've also have an ashtray in the back as well, which means, unlike most people that, you know, this one looks used though compared to the front. Yeah. But yeah, it's quite good quality though, isn't it? That's Spencer done with. I mean, it's nice to have his car on the show. Yeah, thanks for coming.
No worries, my friend.
And I will catch you probably either tonight, tomorrow, or in a week, probably. Well, we'll get your other Merc on the channel very soon once you're back up and running, right?
Soon.
See how he does that face? It's a bit meh. Right, yeah, so we'll catch you in a bit then, Spencer.
I'll see you later, my friend.
And there we have it. Done with him. Yeah, pretty cool car, right? Stay tuned. He'll be on next time, and I'll get another car in next time. So yeah,